Who is best for Scorpio in love out of all the water signs? Is it Cancer? Is it another Scorpio? Or is it Pisces? We're going to talk about it today in my video. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Mina, your favorite Pisces astrologer, back with a love compatibility video for you all, because this is what you like out of me and I want to show you that I'm listening. Today we have a fun video. It's mostly fun. We're going to talk about who is the best water sign for Scorpio in love, in a romantic situation. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. Don't get your feelings hurt. We all have a full birth chart. The whole birth chart should always be considered. If you want to go deeper into your relationship with your Scorpio, I would love to do a reading for you. Just go to my website, www.midnight0astrology.com, and send me an email listing the reading you would like. I would love to do it for you. All right, let's get into the video. We're going to start with who is the most compatible. And I hate to say it, you guys. I know I sound like a broken record. I truly believe that Pisces is the best, the most compatible with Scorpio out of all the water signs. And let me tell you why. So it is not uncommon for Scorpios to really go through a lot of transformations in terms of their personalities and how they present to other people, how they are in general. They could even change their name, stuff like that. Scorpios resurrect in so many different ways, especially you Scorpio risings. So when a Scorpio starts over, they really need someone to believe in this new self that they have created from the ashes through a lot of suffering. You know, Scorpio people really have been through a lot and they are strong. They're ruled by Mars, they're fixed water. They are like emotional soldiers, very tough. And of course, they keep all of that in. They don't let many people into their soft underbelly to tell them what they really are thinking or their feelings. So enters Pisces. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune, and they are mutable water, very adaptable, go with the flow. So they are really engineered to believe the best in people. So if they meet a Scorpio, they will really believe whatever they say, and take a leap of faith for that person. This is where it could be very special, because Scorpio just feels all this acceptance and they really do crave that. They don't want to be shunned for who they are. But they are very sensitive to how they're received by other people, even if their face is like a total poker face. They might not ever let you see it. They might not ever validate it. But this is why they appreciate Pisces so much, is that Pisces will not really dig. They will just accept Scorpio for who they are. And especially if Scorpio gives them a lot of romance, and if Scorpio makes them feel like they are on a pedestal. Pisces loves to be on a pedestal. If you make Pisces feel like they're your dream, they will be wrapped around your little finger. And I'm sure you already know that, Scorpios. But yeah, I probably shouldn't even be telling you that. But yeah, this is why Scorpio and Pisces in love are like this, that really deep bond of acceptance and that lack of judgment that Scorpio just can't get enough of. And the fact that Pisces, especially if they're Pisces sun, have such small egos. And this kind of awakens the little dark side of Scorpio. They can feel like they can have control over Pisces. And I love you guys. I'm not shunning you for it, but Scorpios really do like to feel in control. And Pisces, in general, pretty easy to control. So, yeah, this can just be a not only comfortable, pretty magical connection for Scorpio, because Pisces believing in them makes them just want to be a nicer person. You know, they are dark, devious, edgy. And even though Pisces will believe them with all their mind games that they will pull on them, Scorpio's so psychological, they feel guilty about it. And Pisces acts like a natural muse, you know, inspires Scorpio to be a better person without words. Typical water. Yeah. And this is super psychic. Like I said, I'm going to put my other videos about Scorpio and Pisces so you can watch. So who's next? Definitely Scorpio, Scorpio. So, Scorpio Scorpio relationships are very interesting because they're both the same. They're both the same dark, devious edgelords that like to push each other's limits. They like to do very sneaky, devious things behind each other's back. They like to try to mind fuck each other. You know, Scorpio loves a good mind fuck, and that's why they love Pisces, because Pisces will believe it. But with Scorpio, Scorpio, it's almost like the devil you know is the most comfortable. Like if you are Scorpio and you really don't want to learn some new emotional archetype and you want to just get with someone that's like you, because then you won't have to explain yourself as much and you could just stay not the same, but not feel like you have to be a better person like you do with Pisces, maybe, then another Scorpio will be your best match because you guys do the same sneaky things and you can accept each other. And it is a very intense bond, deep understanding, but it is water. Water is not communicative, which is what makes this work because you're not at each other's throats directly. You will just get revenge behind each other's back when you're sneaking in each other's phones and investigating one another. It's like an endless game of revenge, but through this dark bonding, because you both will do horrible things to each other, you will stay together at the same time. It's almost like you will die and resurrect together over and over again and have such a strong bond. Like, what can tear a Scorpio Scorpio person away? Not much, because they're just so similar. And I'm guessing that if you get together and you're both Scorpio, you don't want to change that part of you. So pretty comfortable, pretty good deal for you, especially you're both fixed water, so you don't want to emotionally depart. Even if you test the waters and you kind of push each other away with the things you do, really hurtful things, you don't want to leave. It's like this magnetic bond. And of course, I'm sure the sex is banging. You know, it's a very sexual sign, Scorpio, so imagine 2 scoops of that. Pretty hot. So yeah, this is why I love Scorpio Scorpio, because you just know each other, you accept the dark side, and you just transform together. And not much can rip you apart because you're comfortable not emotionally changing this bond, and you can both obsess over one another. So, who is the least compatible, in my opinion, or at least the most challenging? I hate to say it. I love you, Cancer, but it is you. Cancer and Scorpio is not an easy coming together of energies. Is it what I love? Yes, I love Cancer and Scorpio together. I'll put up videos proving it. But it doesn't come without challenges, because what I've said in this video quite often is that Scorpio likes to feel a sense of control. And even though in Scorpio Scorpio relationships, they both feel like the other one doesn't control them, they're both like pulling the strings from behind. But of course, they both have control over one another. But it's just like in their minds, they can feel free in that way and in control. But with Cancer, Cancer is ruled by the moon, the ever changing moon. And the moon is reminiscent of the mother archetype. And mothers, just like fathers, are authority figures. And Cancers really do feel like they want to have a sense of control over their person in love. They want to feel absolutely needed, vital, necessary to your everyday emotional existence. A Cancer wants to feel like that. And this will require, to some degree, Scorpio submitting to this. And Scorpios do not like to submit to anything, pretty much. Cancer, you better be hot as fuck, because you have to be a really good temptation, a big temptation for Scorpio to let you do what you do, let you have some type of control over them. But yeah, Cancer, a lot of this perceived control is honestly just Cancer has such a great memory and will remember things about Scorpio and will really want to protect Scorpio. But Scorpio is like this badass edgelord. They're ruled by Mars. Again, they protect other people. They don't want other people protecting them. It's not very comfortable. But Cancer just deeply wants to do this for Scorpio, and this is where they can fight and have a lot of misunderstandings. And again, yeah, Cancer has a great memory unless something else in their chart is making that hazy. And this is why Scorpio is not able to play as many mind games with Cancer. Sorry, Scorpio. I know you're psychological masterminds, but Cancer will give you a run for your money because they just remember everything, especially when they're in love. They will remember every interaction with you. And because they have a good memory, they will not let you twist things. And they will get in frequent arguments over this with you. And this, yes, is a very passionate, very raw bond, Cancer and Scorpio, two adversaries, equally powerful. But this is also why it is the most challenging, because both want to be in control to some degree, and Scorpio, being the fixed one, way more stubborn, is just not going to let that happen. And Cancer is so verbal for a water sign. um, Unlike Pisces and Scorpio, they will definitely make their needs known to their lover, especially Scorpio. They will say, hey, you need to do this, you need to do this for me. And this can be just quite annoying and overwhelming for the Scorpio because they like to discover things about people. And if Cancer is just always telling them explicitly what they need, it can seem very naggy and overwhelming. Um, and again, Cancers, I love you so much, and I think you're so endearing, but I do think that Scorpio can get kind of aggravated with this. They can feel like there's nothing to discover. And because you put on this tough act, they can feel like there's also not much to protect because you're just so feisty yourself. And of course, because of this raw bond, because you're both just trying to conquer one another, of course, the physical intimacy will be really passionate and great, but the everyday life is what is very stressful. And oh my God, we got to talk about jealousy. Cancer is very jealous, and so is Scorpio, but Scorpio will very reluctantly admit that they're jealous unless they're a fire Scorpio. Like your Leo Scorpios, they probably will tell you, even your Cancer Scorpios, but Scorpio energy in its pure form is not going to want to admit that with words very explicitly that they're jealous. Cancer, however, will. And this can be very overwhelming because Scorpio is a very sexual sign and they do like using their sexuality to get certain things sometimes. And this can really aggravate and hurt Cancer's feelings. Again, I do think a Scorpio who maybe a lonely Scorpio who just doesn't have much social connections would love a Cancer. Or again, a Leo Scorpio. I think they would just love the drama Cancer would bring. And Scorpio, I know you like to have control. If you get with a Cancer with a very small family, like an orphan Cancer, they will be totally obsessed with you and will view you as their family. I know this sounds dark, but it could work this way. So yeah, love Cancer and Scorpio. It's just tough here because Cancer really wants to trust their partner. And Scorpio can make it really hard for them to feel safe. Cancer needs to feel safe for them to behave the best. But yeah, I love talking about love compatibility, especially about you, my Scorpio. So what do you think about this video? Please let me know in the comments. Who do you think is the best water match for Scorpio? If you want me to do this for Scorpio with all the elements, the best air sign for Scorpio, fire, earth, let me know. I could totally make that a series. Again, thank you for your continued support, and I will keep these compatibility videos coming for you guys. Happy holidays, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.